recording. So I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll.
Tyler Perry happened to Black Hollywood, and he did it by using stupid, ignorant, so-called Christian to fund all of his very homosexual behavior.
You might want to sit down for this one, because things are looking real dark for Tyler Perry. Multiple men are finally stepping forward, accusing him of crossing serious lines just to hand out roles in his productions. Allegedly, he's been moving just like Diddy, behind the scenes, all kinds of shady business. And that might be the real reason why his baby mama, Galila Bakili, dipped out on him. Now here's where it gets wild. All of this is coming out right now because Tyler's being hit with a massive lawsuit by one of the actors from his show, The Oval. This actor, Derek Dixon, just dropped a $260 million bomb claiming that Tyler did unspeakable things to him. Then tried to bury his career when he threatened to speak up. The claims are disturbing, and he even included a shocking video where Tyler can be heard saying, "When you got a big D and you hit the G spot right on these bottoms, they go crazy." What? This whole situation got people looking back at the warnings we ignored. Jaguar Wright already said Tyler was showing up at Diddy's wild parties and messing with young men way younger than him. She tried to blow the whistle, but folks laughed it off. Cat Williams tried too. He straight up said Tyler played Medea so much because he secretly wanted to be a woman, but folks brushed that off too. And don't forget when actor Christian Keys kind of hinted that Tyler was trying to get him to spread his cheeks just to land a role? That wasn't no joke. Now everything's coming full circle. Derek Dixon's lawsuit says Tyler promised him fame, but what he really delivered was trauma. He's accusing Tyler of using his position to take advantage of younger, vulnerable actors. And it's all blowing up now. Derek Dixon was on the rise with a solid acting career until everything spiraled once Tyler Perry allegedly started using his power in the worst way. According to Derek, things turned dark fast. He says Tyler hit him with unwanted moves, and when Derek didn't play along, Tyler straight up threatened to ruin his future in the industry. It all began back in 2019 when Derek first crossed paths with Tyler at a work event inside Tyler's Atlanta studio. At first, it seemed like a regular networking opportunity. Tyler even asked for Derek's number and started messaging him about future roles. But after a few months, the conversation started turning real personal. And that's when Derek realized what was really going on.
Speaking to my brother about making a declaration of my experience, what I experienced with certain powers that be that were moving inappropriately. This person was second me for years. He was claiming, that he had multiple young black men on the payroll, and they just had to show up when he requested them to be there. Not just women that have to deal with it, but it's also men sometimes. And it'll be men tempting men. I was like, well, I gotta protect me because I'm saying no, and I don't want this person, as powerful as they are, to try to get in the way of my work. So I started recording. So I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above.
He claims Tyler stopped talking about work and began flirting heavy, making it clear he wanted more than just acting talent. And when Derek wouldn't give in, Tyler allegedly started tossing him TV roles like bait. First came Ruthless, then The Oval. But the roles weren't gifts, they were pressure. Allegedly, Tyler was hoping all this screen time would make Derek fold. But Derek still wasn't giving in. And that's when things got real twisted. According to the lawsuit, Tyler straight up warned him if he didn't cooperate, his character would be killed off in the next season. Mr. Perry made it clear, the lawsuit says, that if Dixon ignored him or didn't respond to his sexual innuendos, his character Dale would be gone. Tyler allegedly kept dangling that threat, implying Dale would only survive if Derek kept him satisfied. And it didn't stop there. Derek also says Tyler grilled him about his sexuality right there on set, and even pinned him to the wall and started choking him while asking if he liked it. What kind of madness is that? Things got even more disturbing when Derek claimed Tyler took things to a violent level, allegedly grabbing him by the throat and saying, "Look how excited you just got." That wasn't the only moment that crossed the line. Derek says there was another time while he was staying in Tyler's guest house when things went way too far. Tyler reportedly barged in, saw him in his underwear, yanked them down, grabbed his backside, and whispered, "Relax and just let it happen. It won't hurt." What? Derek says he managed to shut it down by quickly changing the subject, but the pressure didn't stop. He eventually told production he wanted off the show completely. He even turned down an offer to join the writing team just to get away from Tyler's advances. But here's the twist. The lawsuit came with receipts. Derek backed up his story by attaching a bunch of texts allegedly sent by Tyler himself. One message had Tyler saying something wild. "No straight man would be going on walks with you or cooking dinner for you unless they wanted to F you. I would F you." That's straight up unprofessional and messy. Now, some people are saying Derek might be lashing out because he felt replaced. Rumors are flying that he got jealous after seeing Tyler cozying up to other men in the industry. That viral photo of Tyler on a yacht with Mariah Carey's ex, Brian Tanaka, had folks speculating heavy. Some claim that moment triggered Derek into exposing everything. Social media been clowning, saying Derek thought he was Tyler's only T-Twink, only to find out he was just one of many. And remember, before Derek, there were already whispers about Tyler trying to get with actor Christian Keys too. This might not be a one-time thing after all. Word on the street is, Tyler only shifted his focus to Derek because Christian Keys wasn't having it. Yup, folks are saying Tyler was catching attitude from Christian, so he got desperate and went hunting for a new twink to spoil like a sugar daddy.
Listen to this, guys. Tell me what you think.
Actors, they're not allowed to consort with me. Because I saw you at a Diddy party, Tyler. And you were having a glorious time. I spent a lot of time in Miami, and I snuck around Star Island quite a bit. I know Christian isn't lying, but I need him to tell me what happened to my friends. And I don't care how long it's been since I talked to them, they will always be my friends. Always. Tim and Durrett and Lamont Rucker were not the same after they went on camera with Tyler Perry. Christian, I think you can tell me why.
That's when Derek stepped into the picture. Let's not forget. Christian had the whole internet buzzing when he dropped that now legendary video talking about a powerful Hollywood man using his influence to sleep with younger dudes in exchange for roles. He never named names. But the clues? Too obvious. Everybody thought he was talking about Tyler, and Christian never once came out to deny it. He even said he recorded some of their private convos, where that same man was allegedly pressuring him into some intimate stuff. But Christian chose not to expose it all because, according to him, his brother advised him to chill. He said if he leaked those recordings, that scandal would follow him for the rest of his life. Now here's where it gets real eerie. Derek's claims about what went down at Tyler's guest house. Christian says almost the same exact thing happened to him. He says one night, drunk off Hennessy, he stumbled into his room at Tyler's place, and boom! Tyler allegedly followed him right in and started grabbing at his private parts over and over again. Christian says he kept pushing him away, trying to keep it cool, but Tyler wouldn't back off, just kept coming back, making moves like he wasn't going to stop. And both of these men say it all went down in the same kind of setting. Tyler's guest house. That's too much of a coincidence to ignore. Back when Christian Keys first spoke out, a lot of folks clowned him, calling him a liar, saying he was chasing clout. But Jaguar Wright wasn't having it. She stood 10 toes down for him and said she knew he was telling the truth. Why? Because she saw Tyler wilding out at one of Diddy's infamous parties. After that, Tyler allegedly warned every actor on his sets, "Don't even look in Jaguar's direction or you're getting fired." Jaguar didn't hold back in her interviews either. She went all in, accusing Tyler of using the church as his launch pad, then turning around and ruining Black Hollywood by turning himself into a one-man empire. She claimed he wanted to corner the whole industry just so he could pocket all the money and do whatever shady things he's now being accused of. And even though he used the church as the front for his early movies, Jaguar pointed out how he barely gives back. She said the one time he did donate, it was to Bishop T, who's got his own set of allegations hanging over his head. So yeah, Jaguar's been side-eyeing Tyler for a long time, and now she's probably more fired up than ever. She hasn't spoken out on this latest lawsuit just yet, but let's be real, she's gonna let loose real soon. Might be today, might be tomorrow. But when she does, best believe it's gonna be messy, and I'll be right here breaking it all down for you. Meanwhile, the internet is already popping off. One person said, "Not shocked at all. Tyler Perry been rumored to be doing this stuff to male actors for decades. Finally, someone with guts took it to court." Another wrote, "Christian Keys could have cashed out with that $260 million if he had stood on business." I believed him, but I guess Tyler threw him a few checks and some rolls.
All of this gay agenda has to stop. To be homosexual is one thing. To be a gay person is fine. But to use it to manipulate and brainwash society? Like all these gay men singing all of these women, all of these love songs to women, even though they sucking as soon as they finish getting off stage. Like, just let him sing to his boyfriend. Tyler Perry has been making Black people look like buffoons and idiots for years and pawning it off as culture. Oh, this is our culture, this is how we is. No, that's not how we is. Tyler Perry happened to Black Hollywood, and he did it by using stupid, ignorant, so-called Christian to fund all of his very homosexual behavior. He ain't Richard Smallwood. He's a whole cross-dressing weirdo. Let's just be honest, it was Black American churches that made Tyler Perry rich. They went to all his plays. Like, Tyler Perry plays started in the churches. And he took all of that money and hustled that money and hustled that money and hustled that money into the television shows. And yet, how many churches does he donate to? Because the only one I've ever seen him donate to was TD Power Bottom's church. And they both attended the freak-offs, you know, as brethren. Amen. Push the baby out.
Now here's where things take an even messier turn, because folks online are digging up even more stories that paint a nasty picture of what's really been going down in Tyler's inner circle. Several anonymous insiders have started speaking out, claiming Tyler's audition process wasn't just about reading lines, it was about testing boundaries. One alleged former assistant spilled in a DM that Tyler kept a list of young actors he had his eye on and would invite them to private dinners at his house under the fake promise of mentorship. But once they got there, the vibe changed quick. One person said Tyler would start off talking about movies, then ease into uncomfortable questions like, "You ever been with a man?" Or, "How far would you go to land a lead role?" Another wild rumor making rounds is that Tyler allegedly had cameras set up in certain guest rooms, recording what went down during these private visits. Now, nothing's been confirmed on that front, but if true, that could take this whole situation to a criminal level. And just when you think it couldn't get worse, a former crew member from The Oval came forward in a now-deleted post saying the cast was terrified to speak out about Tyler's behavior on set. They claimed people would whisper about it behind closed doors, but no one wanted to lose their job. Everyone knew what was happening, the post said. They just didn't want to be next. The silence was real. But now, that wall's cracking. Fast. People are finally speaking up. Lawsuits are flying. And Tyler Perry might be facing the biggest scandal of his entire career. And now, the dominoes just keep falling. Ever since the lawsuit went public, a wave of actors, especially black men in Hollywood, have been dropping hints, liking shady tweets, and making cryptic posts that got people thinking, was Tyler really hiding all this in plain sight? One actor even tweeted, "Sometimes silence don't mean peace, it just means survival." That tweet blew up fast, and people immediately started connecting the dots. Comment sections are now flooded with folks sharing their own suspicious encounters, casting couch stories and tales of powerful figures using Hollywood like their personal playground. Even people behind the scenes are speaking up. A makeup artist who worked on one of Tyler's past productions said she once walked in on a heated argument between him and a male actor. She claimed the actor looked shaken, and Tyler kept saying, "You knew what this was." She didn't understand it at the time, but now, she's looking back with chills. Meanwhile, Tyler's team has gone dead silent. No statements, no denials, nothing. That's got people talking even louder. Some think he's lawyering up, while others believe he's scrambling behind the scenes to keep more victims from speaking out. But if one thing's clear, it's this. Whatever grip he had on Hollywood is slipping fast. There's even talk that some big-name studios are quietly distancing themselves from him. Meetings canceled, deals paused. Nobody wants to get caught in the fallout if more victims start coming forward. And let's not forget, Jaguar Wright still hasn't clapped back yet. But fans are watching her socials like hawks, waiting for her to drop another bomb. Because if anyone's ready to air out the rest of Tyler's secrets, you know it's gonna be her. But now I gotta hear from you. What do you really think about this whole Tyler Perry lawsuit? Do you believe these men? And was Christian Keys secretly talking about him the whole time? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading everything. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear the truth. And don't forget to click right here to watch the next scandal, because this drama ain't slowing down anytime soon. See you on the next one.